Hello. Right now, I am on the line with Lila June. She's an awesome performer and activist, and she knows a little bit about what's going on in South Dakota as we speak. There's a couple of things going on. Can you explain a little what's going on right now that you know? Well, first of all, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, my brother. It's really good to see you again. I'm good. Yat esh edo shidna esh elala junior she nanish edi tachi ish lindo hashka idina efashishi ashi edishichedo bulgana edishanala House New Mexico date nasha aquita ego deneas anishli. Um my name's Lila June. I'm from Taos, New Mexico, and I'm from the Zuni Tachitni clan of the Diné people, who are native to the southwest part of the United States. We're also called Navajo, but that's not our real name. And I'm really happy to be with everyone today. I'm really happy to speak with you all, and I'm really grateful for this opportunity to share the news about what's going on at Standing Rock.
So, what is going on in Standing Rock right now? You said there's hundreds of protesters as we speak right now.
Um, as we speak, the sacred sites where there's lots of burial grounds of Lakota people, Lakota ancestors, is being bulldozed right now. Um, and they're being bulldozed because that's right where the line of the pipeline is supposed to go. This pipeline runs several hundred mile, maybe even, I think it's like 1,300-mile long pipeline. It traverses several states. Um, and this one contested area is where a lot of indigenous peoples have buried their dead. And so there's lots of people out there right now praying very hard, and they're panicked because everything they love is being everything they love is being destroyed in front of their eyes. And and so so they're trying to stop the bulldozers, and they're trying to stop the construction from happening. So they're on the road. They're on the highway 1806.
Now,
And hold on one second, not quite done.
yeah.
And so what's happening is there's several hundred police um, trying to get them off of the road and trying to get them away from where their burial sites are being bulldozed. So um, this is an issue because right now, as we speak, there's a live feed that I was just watching. The police were saying, you have to leave right now or you will be arrested. So they're not given very many options. They're given the option of either either protecting what they love, or leaving what they love, or getting arrested. So it's a pretty tough place for them right now.
Now you were there at the camp. How was being at the camp? What was the, I guess, the feeling at the camp?
Well, the camp is different from the front lines. So the camp is very safe. It's very drama free. There's a lot of prayer, a lot of singing, a lot of dancing, a lot of joy, a lot of people from all walks of life: Native Americans, European Americans, African Americans, Asian Americans, everyone who cares about this idea about the water is there. So it's very beautiful. Lots of people are at the same time a little bit have a little bit of anxiety because at any moment, there could be a call for everyone to go out to the front lines where they could get arrested or abused or waterboarded. Some people were waterboarded by the police. A lot of people have been strip searched by the police, and they're abusing a lot of human and civil rights right now. So But you don't have to go to the front lines if you're in the camp. You can just stay back at the camp and pray, which is really important. It's really part of it. So anyways, yeah, that's how it feels.
What is the I guess my question is, what do you think is super important that these activists right now are protecting the water? Like why is it such a why is it important?
Well, the pipeline, um, just like all pipelines, will leak. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Um, and so we have record of this because every single pipeline that leaks has to be reported to this government office. So if you look it up online, if you Google pipeline leaks, you'll see a list of hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of leaks because these things leak. You're talking about 1,300 miles of pipe. And so somewhere along that, especially with the cold winters, the freezing and the thawing, maybe it's not this year, maybe it's not this decade, maybe it's in 20 years, 30, 40 years. But this is really what will eventually, we know, will leak. And this river, the Missouri River, provides drinking water not only for the tribe, but also for, I've heard the number, 18 million people downstream. The pipeline also crosses the Mississippi River in Iowa. And so it crosses that area, which would, if it breaks, it could contaminate the water for all the people downstream of Iowa. So, and also the Gulf of Mexico, which has already suffered a lot of major blows with the various oil spills. So there's that issue, but there's also the issue of climate. If they build this pipeline, it will put the nail in the coffin of our climate. We cannot afford to have this much oil go up into our atmosphere. We need to be investing in alternative ways of transporting ourselves instead of investing in these obsolete ways of transportation that will ultimately not only harm us, but all of the web of life around us.
Now, what can we do? So I'm in Vermont. I'm not even close to where I would like you. I would love to be there, but I'm so far away. What can we do as the global community that is watching this? What can we do to help the Standing Rock?
Number one is you could call the North Dakota governor and leave a message about your thoughts on the subject. There's a petition to the White House. There's a donation to the legal fund because people are getting arrested by the dozens, and so they need legal fees. Lots of any lawyers that can help represent these folks. We have several lawyers trying to get on the North Dakota bar to help. Donating any items to Sacred Stone Camp supply list, and quality is better than quantity because they have a bunch of stuff, just tons of stuff that they don't actually need. So make sure to spend your money on something they really actually can use. You can call the White House, which is 202-456-1111, and tell Obama to rescind the permit for the Dakota Access Pipeline. There's a Sacred Stone Camp GoFundMe account just for general expenses. You could call the Army Corps of Engineers. You could sign these other petitions that cross President Obama's desk, and call the executives of the companies, which are Energy Transfer Partners, Lee Hance, Executive Vice President. There's also Water's lead analyst, who does the analysis, I guess, for Energy Transfer. But they say the most effective way of helping is to go on the land and to be present. Obviously, people under 18, we want to be careful with them, and they will never go to the front lines. They would stay in the camp where it's safe. But those are some of the things you can do, and I'll send you this list as well. so that you could share it with the people there.
Awesome. Thank you. That was really helpful. Can I, and just to finish off, can you just not just the people here, the youth at the Brattleboro High School here, because we're going to show this tomorrow, but to everybody, all the youth around the world, a message that you would like to give them?
Well, I think the number one thing is to have no fear, because fear does not serve us, and to remember that the way we fight these struggles is more important than the outcome of the struggle. In other words, if we fight these battles with love in our hearts and peace in our hearts and courage in our hearts, with a prayer for not only the water but also a prayer for the people who are destroying it, because they need a prayer more than we do. If you are, in a sense, eating your own umbilical cord that connects you to your mother, you need a prayer. You're very lost. And we probably all are doing that in some way or another, because we were born into this way of life that is not sustainable. So to remember to have compassion for even the people that you're trying to stop, because this is how we win the biggest battle, which is within ourselves. Because to resort to hatred and to resort to fear, that is one of the biggest, that is losing the biggest battle, the eternal battle, the ultimate battle that we as spirits face. And so to remember that the way we fight is more important than the outcome. So that's the biggest lesson or message, I guess, I would share that I've had to learn the hard way, you know. And so just thanks to everyone for listening, and your prayers cannot be underestimated. Your prayers cannot be undervalued, because our prayers are what bring in the spiritual help from the other worlds that we desperately need, and our prayers enable that flow to come here. So keep your prayer open. It's like keeping the door open for all the loving spirits and angels, or whatever your culture calls them, to flood into this world and to help the people. So that's I think the main thing is just to not give in to fear, not give in to hate, and to remember your prayer is very powerful.
Well, Lila, thank you so much for talking to me and to all of us. And remember, praying, it's important. Sorry, what's this one cover? It's important. And again, thank you so much for doing this, and much love. And I miss you dearly, and I love all the stuff that you're doing. Yes, definitely. All right, take care. Bye-bye. So that was my interview with Lila June. Really powerful message. If you would like to know more about the things that you can do right now, please visit the links below. Stay informed. The media is not going to cover this, so we have to become the media. Let's become the media and share all of this stuff. Thank you so much for listening. And of course, share your prayers for the people that are fighting right now. And if you can, please join them.